Welcome along to TUI Transfer Talk, and it's now practically 3 weeks into the window and you haven't heard a peep from us because we haven't heard a peep from the board. There's been no signings, there's been no incomings or outgoings, but, well, of course there has been one outgoing and that's been the big one. Virgil Van Dijk, 75 million. We've got that money in the back pocket, but Clive's with me to discuss Saints transfer or lack of transfer activity and where we think we need to increase and invest into our squad. I mean, first of all, Clive, we've got 75 million in our back pocket. Where do we need to invest into?
A few Euro Million tickets, I reckon. I just found it astonishing that knowing that Virgil was on his bike 1st of January and knowing the needs of this club since Pella and Mane left, nothing's in place. It is the most obvious thing in football. It's mind-blowing that we haven't got targets that we were gonna that we've been looking at months back. I mean, it should have been done in the summer, to be honest. It should have been done way back, but it wasn't. So you're thinking, all right, come January, they'll make a decision. They haven't made a decision. They haven't, and it's just mind blowing.
Yeah, they've been dithering on this and dwelling on this for a long time. It's almost a sort of a repeat episode of what happened this time last year. You know, Font was on his way out. They said we're not going to sell him unless we have a replacement lined up. You know, later on that month there was no replacement, and then the replacement was in the summer. And you could say that replacement in who is a replacement for Van Dijk.
Exactly, Freddie. But it's just mind blowing, and you have to ask again about the structure of the club. What is going on? Why has Mr. Jow? I think unfortunately, you have to ask the question because everybody's thinking it. If Mr. Jow has bought the club by borrowing money, where's the investment going to be? Forget the Van Dijk money for a minute. Where's the future investment going to be? We've got this crisis right now to stave off relegation, without a doubt. But where is the future investment going to be? What's the future going to be? We had, thankfully, I grew up on Laurie McMenemy and some incredible signings that came out of the blue like that, and you look forward to it. The younger generation have come from League One, and they've grown up on Saints buying players, acquiring people slowly but surely, and all the time improving. All of a sudden, it stopped. We haven't got seemingly much coming through from the youth system. There's definitely a few prospects there, but nothing's come through right now. And where are the signings? Where are the signings that's going to improve the squad? Because that's what we're all looking for.
Now, of course, January, I think everybody knows now we've got 75 million in our pockets. Inflated prices. Everyone that we are targeting at the moment will obviously increase their asking price. And I think that's probably been, I'm not defending them too much here, but it's probably been the difficulty of Les Reed and behind the scenes trying to get our targets in because of the inflated prices currently in this transfer market.
But it's the same for everyone. Liverpool paid a ridiculous fee for Van Dijk. They sold Coutinho for a ridiculous fee. It's the same for everyone. You think, well, Walcott, 20 million, was it, in the end? We've missed out. Probably on wages, to be honest. Probably on wages. But there are other targets out there. And where's this fantastic black box that identifies all these wonderful players? I just think we lack somebody with football experience and know-how and contacts in the game, because that's what people like. When we had Bally here, he pulled someone like Ronnie Eklund out the blue. Laurie, well, it's legendary who he pulled out, to Southampton Football Club. Incredible.
We want real people with real black books, not black boxes.
Yeah, but it's okay. We all know it's a different game today. It's very different, but we're not doing it. We haven't got those contacts. Koeman pulled these contacts. He knew about Mane. He knew about Tadic. He knew about Pella. Yeah, Geordie wasn't the big success we were all hoping.
But it was there. It was there. You've mentioned Theo Walcott. He has signed now for Everton for £20 million. And as you say, I think we've probably missed out because of his wages. And I mean, as a personal point of view, if you're Theo Walcott, if you're looking at it, you're thinking Everton currently seventh or eighth in the table. They want to be challenging for Europa League, and that's what he's been quoted wanting to win trophies. So it was romantic to think about it, for him to come back, but I don't think it was ever on the cards.
My mum made a good comment tonight because I said to her about, we missed out on Theo. She says, she says he's gone to Everton, thinks he's going to win trophies. What's he on? Goes like this. So Theo, to be honest, for Theo, it had to be getting first team action and trying to get in the World Cup. That's his short-term aim. It hasn't happened. Come on, Saints. We need international rescue here. It's just getting ridiculous. And the fans, the problem is, it's morale. It's morale. So if the fans are feeling like that, what are the players feeling?
Another player that we've been touted linked with this week, Guido Carrillo. I've been practicing another Spanish pronunciation, Clive. 15 million currently from AS Monaco. Is looking to link up once again with Mauricio Pellegrino. Another player that nobody's ever heard of. Hopefully he can be another sort of Gabbiadini who nobody's ever heard of, but scores a few goals and hopefully gets us out of this little hole that we're in.
Well, to quote Nicholas's favourite saying, to be fair, we've never heard of Mane. We hadn't heard much about Pella, and these guys turned out to be fantastic players. But you do wonder now. We've got to pick a gem. We've got to pick 2 or 3 gems, to be honest, and get them in quickly because there's really not much time.
And the later that we leave it, the higher the prices will be. And I think I would be scared and worried to think that we haven't got any transfers in place by the time we kick off against Brighton on the 31st. I mean, after that, you've got 2 hours left in the window.
Yeah, that's difficult, isn't it? But given the lack of pre-planning so far, it doesn't fill you with much confidence. It's not just a case of signing someone for the sake of signing it, but the supporters really need a morale lift right now.
And I think some of the positions that we clearly need to invest in is obviously up front. Perhaps another creative midfielder and a fullback, I would say, on the right-hand side to give a bit of depth in that area. Cedric's picked up a few injuries this season. Bertrand as well. I think those are the 3 key areas that we obviously need to invest into.
I don't know about right back. I think Sam McQueen can do a more than admirable job there. Again, amazed he came in, did a good job, and then was just goodbye, Sam. What is going on there? A player with heart, loves the club, loves the area. That's what we need right now. But we also need quality up front. As my God, it's so bloody obvious. I'm still baffled as to how we haven't signed a centre forward. And I've said it before, a player of the mould of Giroud, who we can hit as a target man. I doubt the chances of getting somebody like him would be 100 to 1, but somebody of that ilk. There must be players like that in Europe, maybe, even South America. There must be players that you can hit because you will get so much more out of Shane Long. I'm worried about the Gabby rumours because that takes away another part of our game. Although, to be honest, Pellegrino's tactics haven't been very favourable to Gabby because they don't get the ball into the areas where he can do damage.
Well, this is the thing that I've heard about Carrillo. He makes runs across the forward line, across the back line, playing off the last shoulder. He seems like almost a duplicate of Gabbiadini. And then they will be in the same position once again if Carrillo gets game time, Gabbiadini gets game time, that the service is not going to him.
Yes. We need action. We need action and we need it very, very quickly. Too late for Sunday, obviously. And you wouldn't expect, perhaps, even if they sign someone this week, you wouldn't expect them to chuck them in. But, get some signings in the next week and get them bedded in. My goodness, that Brighton game.
It's going to be 6 points at the end of the month. But let us know in the comments below, where are our signings? Where do you think we need to improve? And leave us your likes, your comments, and subscribe for more.